Hi, welcome to the Stock and Knit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 65. Woot woot!
Yes, it is.
And today is January 29th or 30th. Is tomorrow the last day of January?
No, the 31st, so Thursday, so it must be the 29th.
We are nothing if not exact in our estimation of dates. And I don't want to jump the gun on any FOs or anything, but we're wearing matching sweaters. My husband was like, I asked him before Amy came over if he could take a picture of us, which will be out on our project pages, and you probably already plurked it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I should have.
And because we had finished objects, and I don't think he understood the magnitude of the awesomeness of the picture, because when Amy walked in, he was like, are you guys wearing the same sweater?
Yes.
Yes,
like, not just
are.
A random picture. Now you're making me want to do it, so keep talking.
Okay, you're gonna plurk it? You're gonna live plurk it.
Live plurk.
Oh, exciting.
Not at all, but okay.
We tried doing, there was many different methods to our madness. We tried doing an actual jump, but apparently, the camera just couldn't handle our awesomeness. I think there was always like blurry movement lines in the picture. So it was meant to take like 20 pictures in a short amount of time, but that doesn't mean that they are good still shots, right? They got a lot of us moving around. But it was fun. It's a fun little photo shoot. My husband isn't what you'd call the best photographer. My mom is the best photographer of the finished object photos that I have taken. So,
okay, it's going out there. If you saw it yesterday, it was live
last night. What else is going on besides our photo shoot, which was fun?
Yes.
We laughed, we cried, we made fun of ourselves on phone.
I will add that my family is healthy again. So thank you for people who were concerned out on the boards. Yeah, we're healthy again. We're going back into the fray.
Awesomeness. I had a week full of win.
Good.
To put it in sassy pants knitter phrases. Lots of good stuff coming in the mail. Everything that was bad that happened was offset by a good. That makes sense. Yeah. Like just keeping steady state. Yep, work's really busy, but home's fun. We've been doing a lot of work on retreat stuff that we'll talk about at the end.
Yes.
And go.
Yep,
fun times. This or that drawings.
Okay.
We had a phenomenal turnout. I think this
Yes.
might be the best voting that we've had.
Yeah, it was like 259 people.
Yep. Well, my first post was the first one.
And so we have drawn.
I guess we're just gonna leave it just unstated that Voodoo You Love Me won. Just assumed. Jenna did some campaigning,
yes,
on Plurk and on her podcast, but we weren't able to, the numbers just we weren't able to make the jump. Still like 43% to 57%, so it wasn't like a total blowout.
No.
I think we did well at choosing two fairly similar ones. So with 259 votes, that means 3 patterns are being given away. So in random integers between 2 and 260, make those unique values. We go, and it is 72, 156, and 67.
Like, why do I have to read them?
Well, that way we could say them simultaneously, so it's not like I'm just making it up and
keeping. Oh, that's true.
In unison. I am not a crock. So
72 was the first
72
one.
Is Miss Indiana Ponin?
Oh.
Ponine?
Po9.
Amy from Amro, Wisconsin. She also has a blog that I will now be following. She said, I love voodoo, but I also think zombies are funny. So I guess that says a lot about me. I think zombies are funny too. We try to be funny.
Yes.
Sometimes we try a little bit too hard. 156 was the next one, which was Crochet Locket, who has a picture of herself, which is awesome, from Connecticut. And she said, voodoo is too cute. I couldn't resist him. And last, but certainly not least, we had 67, which you probably already found yourself if you heard us say it out loud. Voodoo, he's too cute, which is Yvonne from Sweden. YVHIHA. That's a different language, I think. I don't know. I'm not so good with the vowels right next the Y. Anyway, why don't you go ahead and contact me? Feel free to contact Amy if you prefer to contact her, because I'm unapproachable.
You are, really. Seriously.
No, you know, the people that PM me have to be pretty brave, because they probably get more back than they typed in. Oh, how are you doing? What are you knitting and loving today?
I'm very brief. Like, congratulations, and then you'll get a pattern right away.
So we won't contact you. You contact us so that you don't get it spoiled. And we've never not had anybody contact us about the dis or dat. I'm pretty sure
everybody wants their pattern.
And he's so cute. Everybody else, starting February 1st, which is Friday, we have the coupon codes for both Retro Lemons designs and Susan Claudino designs, $1 off each of them on any of their patterns. So if you won Voodoo You Love Me, since all of these were Voodoo and not Emerson, or you voted for Emerson and you must knit him and his dandy mustache, you can get $1 off.
I didn't realize that. I might have to go shopping. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just on the patterns.
That coupon code thread on our forum,
dangerous.
Mucho dangerous.
Yes.
Like, I am not buying yarn, even though yarn continues to come to me from 2012 purchases.
Yes.
But, yeah, very dangerous, because it's like, oh, I want to spend money on it. So congratulations and thanks everybody for being voting members of our board members, our voting staff. And that was fun, dis or dat. Hopefully we can have a equally fun one with the coupon codes. I'm not going to try to say the coupon codes loud. You can go out to the coupon code thing and they'll be in the show notes as well, as they have been the last few weeks, even though they started in February. Lots of excitement out in the Marigold Jen KAL forums, because the yarn is shipping, and there's also a coupon code for her. If you didn't get in on the Apple of Megan's Eye or Amy's Punky Plum, we both got sweater quantities. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a big old box. Yeah, big old box of yarn that we bought in 2012. Mm-hmm. That we could probably get my husband to take a picture of us like rolling around in it. No. Oh yes, that might be bad. So, and then the other KALs we have going on, we've got one more month for The Baby Is Cold Outside. Yeah. And lots of fun stuff going on out there with that. Hats, mitts, necks. I've got some shawls coming up that you will see that I think are going to be worn with my outerwear, and I think that's an excellent idea. The Knitmore girls mentioned it, that they purloined it from somebody else's thread. And I think it's a great idea. I never thought about actually wearing, I call them scarves, but actually wearing them like scarves with my coat. Oh. Like a very pretty shawl. You have? Mm-hmm. Cool. See, Amy's fashion forward and I'm fashion backwards.
I just have done it, right? Like I'm wearing it.
Been there, done that. Lame-o Megan. Didn't realize she could wear it with her coat. And then the self-striping drawing will be next week. But it will be, I won't lock the thread because it's a running thread. So it'll just be the entries up until February 1st. So the January 31st, get it in on January 31st, which is Friday. If you're watching this and it's Thursday, get them in before Friday. Got lots of them out there for that too. And you were saying that you were liking some of the self-striping yarn.
Yes.
So, and then also a note on that, even if you've knit and finished 3, 4, 5, 10 self-striping items already, you're only allowed the 1 per month. So I'm trying to keep it weighted so that you can't just do 12 all in January and have your 12 entries and have a really high probability of winning in that first month. If that makes sense. If you're a statistician, it does. So, yep, 1 entry per month. So when it rolls over to February, you can post to that second one, even if it was finished back in January. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does to me.
Okay.
I'm not going to finish them every month.
Well,
or multiple.
Doesn't love me, do ya? And that is all I had for administrati. And since you love it when I say that, I will continue to say that, even though the correct word is ministrivia.
Boring.
Boring. I'm anything if not boring.
I'm sorry, I'm not,
she's ignoring us. I think she's got a hot date or something.
I don't remember what to do on this, but maybe I should just switch gears. Okay.
Oh, you're trying to look at the pattern?
Yeah.
Fail.
Fail, yes, very much so. But that's alright, I'll just switch projects. I know what I'm doing on my socks, so I'll do that.
Awesome.
FO. I got 1. I'm wearing it. It looks nice.
Loud and proud.
I like the yarn. It's very fuzzy. I have a lot left. A lot of this yarn left. Enough to do another sweater.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well,
and
I inherited it from a coworker, and it was 20 balls. So I have more than 8 I left. And again, I'm really bad. I don't know what the actual number of balls used is. I'm gonna go count and then I will update. But yeah, it was nice yarn to work with. It didn't hurt my hands at all. It's mostly cotton and some
Did you say what brand it was, or do you not know?
Debbie Bliss.
Okay.
And then yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I didn't modify anything. I did it just as the pattern called for, and I knit the same bust size as what I measure. So there should not be any positive or negative ease in this garment, and it seems like there isn't. So.
And you did waist shaping. And
Yep.
I did not. We covered this all last week, but in
Yes.
case people did not watch last week, I kept my
I'm
extras.
trying to see. I'm wearing a short sleeve t-shirt under this, and not for planning properly. So I'll probably wear a
These
tank
were
the next
what I
time.
was going to use, the extra, like where I had a new ball and I wanted to do it at the edge. Rather than, I'm joining a new yarn and I want to do it at the edge rather than in the middle.
Right.
These are the
I
only
did that as
extras
well.
that I had. So I used every last bit, and I was able to do that because I picked up stitches around the armhole here. And so I started down at the bottom. I picked up all the way around. I knit to like 8 stitches past the midpoint up at the top. I turned and I did 8 stitches back on the wrong side. And this moss stitch is really easy to do because you always just knit the purls and purl the knits. And then I went and turned back and did 2 further than the last gap.
So you did seed stitch, not moss stitch? Moss stitch is 2 by 2.
Oh, yeah, I did seed stitch the whole thing.
Okay. Because moss stitch is 2, and then you offset 2.
That's why yours looks completely different.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I did seed stitch.
This is seed stitch.
Yep, I did seed stitch the whole. I mean, it matches, right? So this is knit hacked.
Seriously.
It is Beatnik only in this center cable right here. This is my Beatnik cable. The rest is
looks the same.
So yeah, I did seed stitch apparently and didn't realize that I did it. Bad instruction reading.
Yeah.
So, and then I did what did I call it in my pattern?
No wrap, no gap? Or
Yeah, no wrap, no gap turns. So I just picked up the stitch below and knit it together, went 2 past and just did that until I got back to the bottom. So I've got a nice little cap here. And then I knit in the round until what I had left divided in half. did it again. Mine does have some positive ease, so you can see on, I don't have a shirt underneath mine, so I'm not going to lift it up. And then all of my seams, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you without showing off my Nikes, were my slip stitch crochet seaming. And I was really proud of myself because I sat down and I did it. Like, I didn't like man's pantsy, like, let it sit there for a while. I just sat down and I did it. And I said, I looked over at my husband, who normally sits right here. This is like my butt is made grooves into the couch at this point, because this is where I sit. I looked over at my husband and I said, I'm the seaming queen. And he kind of went, as if you say it really fast, like I did. I made sure to say seaming right there, but imagine if I put a little slang on it, what it would have said. Like, safe for TV version, safe for children version. And yeah, so that's fun that I discovered that I did seed stitch on here instead of mod stitch.
Yeah,
I can see it. You've got two knits on top of each other and two purls on top of each other.
Yeah, my seaming is mattress stitch. I do like it the best. So,
and then my neckline, I picked. Mine has yet to be washed, and I'm planning to really stretch it out. But I picked up probably the smallest size number of stitches, and then I did that exact same thing, the slip stitch crochet down to the bottom rather than mattress seaming it. So, yeah. And then I have another FO. I did finish my Nemesis socks for the January portion. I'm dead set on participating in my own KAL. And this is the 716 knit cash striping. And it's a fun pattern. Again, this is another knit hack. Did it from the toe up. Basically just followed the chart. It's free knitty pattern. I don't have it with me, or I would tell you who it was by, but did a gusset. I am with you, Amy. I've been wearing my Afterthought heel socks, and I put these on tonight, and they're just so much nicer. My feet just feel happier in the gusset and heel flap socks. Yep, I don't know why. I think it's like you said. I think actually they're a little bit tighter through the instep, and that's why I just like them. I mean, once they're on, they're okay, but it's getting them on. You're like trying to get it over your heel, because they're loose on my foot. My Afterthought heel ones are. And if I were going to redo these, sorry, I'm babbling. I would actually do proper ribbing here rather than the garter ribbing. Which is you knit one around and then you do your ribbing, your knit two purl to the next one. It's kind of flabby. It's flabby. You need to pump it up. And that is my 2 FOs. I feel happy with the getting these done. It was I'm all you up. I'm excited that you got that done, because you were like, there's no way in.
I was very monogamous. These socks should have been done. I mean, I didn't work on my shawls at all. So my plans for this week are this sock, get it done, and shawls. That's pretty much it. And then if I feel like there's going to be a nice quiet evening on the couch, my sabbatical will get some quality time, but mostly my knitting is done when there's chaos around, so I'll just be working on these things instead.
So, segue right into it. What are you working on?
Same old, same old. So this is the only other thing that's gotten progress, so I'll just stick with the active whips. So this is the Toe Up Wendy Johnson pattern. This is a Gansey sock pattern from the box of Toe Up socks. Yeah, and these are the Ganseys.
And that's your Star Trekkie?
Yes. This is Fiber Knit Dyeworks Bounce Space Star Trekkie colorway. And I'm working on the heel flap for toe up. So as soon as I get past this back and forth, straight to the top, it's going to be awesome. I get most excited when I get to that point of a sock. It's just like, mm-hmm. Just round, 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 and then you're done. So
don't have to worry about measuring for, where you're going to start your gusset.
Right.
Or, yep.
Yep, everything has been already measured, and
just when you decide to do your ribbing.
And these socks are matching up quite nicely. We do a side-by-side comparison of where the heel flap is starting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it should just be like knit until I get to this green stripe up here.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah. I like how the patterning continues to shine through the stripes.
Yes, and it doesn't. Neither of them take away from each other. I don't. From a distance you can still see both, and
mm-hmm.
it's very nice.
Hopefully they can see it.
Well, this is true. Live and in person, from a distance you can still see both.
Yep, and up close you can as well.
Yeah. So again, I'll have pictures up once they are ready, and I'll be entering into several boards and threads to try and I don't really need to win prizes, I guess, but I'd like to show off my finished objects.
Yeah, I like to show support as well. I want to show my Beatnik support as well, but I'm like, I don't really need to win. So
yeah, it's like, it depends on how many people are in that thread.
Yep.
I'll probably just post in the chatter thread.
Yeah.
If they have one.
True story. Okay, I have...
Checking my phone.
Quit.
Throw it away.
My face is up here. I'm working on a test knit, which the designer said would be okay to post pictures online, but I have not yet gotten her okay to talk about it on podcast. So if the designer is watching, she will know that it is her design, but she will be the only one besides you that will know that it is her design. Suffice to say, it has no skeeves, as skeeves have been giving me issues lately, but it is a bottom up pullover, short sleeve pullover. This is Fiber Nymph Dyeworks Storm Warning Gradient on her Sunshine base, which is 100% superwash merino. It is a nice bullseye of light blues to dark blues to black. And I am really... Have you ever knit anything in this base? No. Feel how soft this is. It's nice. Mm-hmm. It's nice. The black is kind of giving me fits. I could not see knitting a whole small small gauge garment out of all black. So I'm eager for the dark blue to come about. But it's got a lacy top, which I'm going to coordinate with this gray, which is supposed to be a lace weight.
Oh, I see.
So it'll go all the way up to that light blue, and then be a light gray up on the top.
Is that going to be tunic length? That seems like a lot of yardage.
It is, but this is like, and I'm not going to give away the pattern, but like almost 300 stitches for my size.
Oh,
and
imagine it in
on
size.
twos. So I think this is just about the right yardage. I don't know that I'll get all the way to the end of the blue, if that makes any sense. Yeah. But I'm excited about it. It's definitely going to be a slog, because after I get done with the ribbing, it's going to be snocking it in the round on tons of stitches on really small needle, really small yarn.
What are you doing to my coat?
Chaz is attacking Amy's coat. But I'm excited about it. And then I should have done this while you were talking. Oh, that would have been so I could have been in person doing my very best Amy impersonation.
What? All of this?
I'm not doing them all at the same time, but these are upcoming knits.
Oh, okay.
So February.
Your future knits?
Yep. February, my Mind the Gap. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, wow. It is pretty in the ball.
Cool. Mind the Gap. I'm going to do with the Celtic Cast On in February. They're doing business casual socks, which is a free sock pattern by Tanis. Don't know how to say her last name, but it's the Tanis Fiber Arts gal. Lavali. So yeah, Celtic Cast On, the blog, doing a knit along, February through whatever, and I'm going to do it in the self striping. That should be fun.
One?
Yep, and that was my Girl Cave bag. I should have mentioned that. And my test knit is in my Knitting's My Bag zombie. And I haven't had this out because somebody spilled coffee on it. I think it was my husband, although he claims it was me. I'm pretty sure it was him because I don't spill coffee on my knitting. And so I've been waiting to wash it, and it washed up really nice. Really nice.
Oh,
Like, I just put it in the washing machine in a delicates bag. Yeah. And then I took it out and shook it out and laid it like it was a knit item and let it dry. And this is how it ended up.
Looks nice.
Yes. Sorry, that was kind of a tangent. This is another brocade bags. This is going to be, I'm casting on February 1st in a live VKN. Actually, it'll be January 31st for me with some Aussies. Kiki of Yarn vs. Zombies and Fifikins are knitting the Whippoorwill. This was gifted to me by Yarn vs. Zombies.
I have that pattern.
Do you want to knit with us?
I don't know. I have a lot of shawls. When did you say?
We're casting on Thursday night.
This Thursday?
This Thursday. True story.
Probably not.
So I chose these two colors because they'll look really nice with my coat. If you saw the triple entendre mitts where I've got it as a cowl, that's my coat. It'll look really nice. And this is some Barocco alpaca.
Oh yeah.
Barocco. Where is the name of the alpaca? Ultra Alpaca Fine, which is a 50% Peruvian wool from Peruvia. Super fine alpaca and nylon. And then we got these both at Knitter's Palette, remember?
Yes.
Our first zombie meetup. And this is the veil from, why can't I remember? I had a little balling party tonight, and I was looking at this as I was balling. 70% baby alpaca, 30% bamboo. Veil Mountaintop from Classic Elite Yarns, CEY. They're both, I couldn't bear to put this with just a merino solid. I wanted it to be kind of matchy-matchy with the fiber because this would have a lot of drape. And then if I just did a non-alpaca, it wouldn't have as much drape. So that's getting cast on here shortly. That'll be with my test knit and the sock, probably. I'll have 3 things on the needles. I know, crazy. Crazy is moving on up. Also in February, tell me I'm crazy. Just tell me you are. Call me crazy. Not call me baby. Doing
I love that color.
the Vitamin D by Heidi Kermeyer. It's the Forestry colorway. You might recognize it from my Atelier, I believe is how Fancy Pants pronounced it correctly.
Oh, okay.
Atelier. I think I called it an atelier.
Yeah.
Forestry TML Vitamin D with Annette and Jenna. And,
so it's a sport weight, so you just want it to be loose.
Yep.
Looser.
I knit the Atelier out of this, and it was for sport weight as well. So I'll probably end up going up a couple of bust sizes, and then the sleeves are going to have to be shorter because I have like the right yardage for my size, basically. But February.
Goodness, you guys, with the sweaters. Like, I want to work on my sabbatical, but I do have the vitamin D in my queue, and I have the yarn already.
And the Whippoorwill.
And the Whippoorwill. I'm sure I have yarn for that.
This is an Elizabeth Quinton bag. See, I'm utilizing all my bags. That's exciting for me.
That's the advantage of, yeah.
And then I skeined up the wonderfulness that is...
Those are such Iowa State colors.
Yes. Jeanette Sun Valley Fibers. And this is going to be a daybreak.
Or Ankeny, Iowa High School.
Does not need to be in February. I just skeined it up and felt proud of myself for skeining it up, and you'll see why shortly when we get to acquisitions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I had a sad this week, and I didn't post it on Plurk, but I went to skein up my whippoorwill stuff and my nitpick ball winder. We tried to take it apart and fix it, and it was a fail. But I turned, and the thing didn't turn anymore. So we tried to get in and get to the gears, and we just couldn't. I mean, we unscrewed a bunch of things and snapped, and hubby and I were both like, had our screwdrivers in, and we're jimmying it around and could not get it apart. This is my second one. I think I'm just too hard for these kind of cheapy plastic $20 doohickuses.
Mine's plastic, but it's not cheap.
Is yours the Royal? Do you have a Royal? So I went out and asked folks, and Annette recommended, highly recommended, dun, 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 I consider this the Rolls Royce of ball winders.
You can do all my wool mix.
Yes. She said she's put 2,200 yards on one cone. Jeez, and it wasn't even really all that full. So this is the Stanwood Needlecraft ultra extra large ball winder. You can get it out on Amazon. It was Amazon Prime eligible for at the $50 mark, I think. Really nice. You can see the gears, so if they quit coming into contact, you could see and like fix it. Yeah. This part comes off, so like if you needed to do something with it on the cone, that is nice. And then the thing that I like is that it seems to wind up faster, if I can get this back on there, because the part that's moving isn't this, which is a very small rotation, it's this. So this arm actually carries the yarn around the outside of the cone, and it's real. I mean, you know, this is metal, and it just got a really nice like whir to it. You like, and it feels like it took half the amount of time. It might just because it's new and shiny, but I was like, oh, and it clamps down nice. It doesn't store up as nice as the other one. I mean, I'm gonna have to take this apart and
mine's permanently clamped to a bookshelf, so I wouldn't need to store it.
It's nice. I'm not saying go out and replace your existing one if it's working for you, but if you can't get your enough yarn, like you're having to do multiple skeins, or yours feels like it's not making contact anymore sometimes, like my old one was, like you would turn, it would be kind of, or you broke yours like mine, I would definitely recommend this Stanwood Needlecraft ball winder. Yo. So I went ball winding crazy.
I bet, yeah.
All that stuff you just saw me parade out here, it was balled up.
It is heavy.
It is. It has a nice heft to it. It doesn't feel like I can break it. Whereas the other one, I was always kind of like, if I keep on turning and there's resistance, and it always seemed like it was hard to get the old one started, or my old one started, because the yarn would get pulled out of this center thing, and because the pressure is on this point and not this point.
And this definitely looks more modular. Like you could say, dear Stanwood Needlecrafts, I need this gear wheel, and they'd
because I jacked it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or this one, and it's just bolted, so you can see like, oh, I can remove this and this. And
so the engineer science geek in me likes to be able to see the working parts, and
it's so fun.
It is. Amy's just gonna sit there.
I'm geeking out on her new her ball winder.
Yep. It was fun. Wow. You can bring your yarn over and ball it up.
Well, you know, when you think of how many plastic ones I've bought, I'm on my third.
Yep.
The Knitpicks one didn't break. I just hated it so much. I replaced my old Royal with Knitpicks. Hated it so much, I threw that into a bin and said, okay, that's my backup. Like if I break it and I still need to keep winding something, that's my backup. But I need to replace it. And my Royal lasted me for so long, so I just bought another one.
That was the two that I was, you know, and this one calling itself, it was an extra large. I think it said it could fit 14 ounces of fiber,
Oh,
11
wow.
ounces. I mean, that was enough to make me go, And then Annette said that if hers broke, she would buy another one just like it. Like, that's how much she loves it. And I was like, if that is not a rave review, I don't know what is.
Right, and again, I mean, I'd never heard of this.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, I've seen the big wooden ones that people have put in like knitting shops or whatever, and they do lots of stuff, and they're electric.
Yeah.
I've seen those in action and been like, oh, that's really cool, but those are like out of my league, right? I would never need something that.
Yeah, I think they're like $200 out on Amazon, the electric ones, the big
Okay.
ones that the stores have.
So I'm guessing this was far less than that.
Yeah, it was 50.
Oh, okay.
It was right at about the 50 mark out on.
Gosh, that's the same as a Royal Ball winder nowadays, and those are all plastic.
Mm-hmm. I did not get any, what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't give this to me for free to review it. I just stumbled across it and thought I would share if you're in the market for a nice big ball winder.
Well, there you go.
Stanwood Needlecraft.
And again, I won't be replacing mine anytime soon with that, but because I just got my Royal like probably 6 months ago, and it's probably gonna last me 3 more years, 4 more years. It could last forever, but sometimes I get going and I hurt and something.
We also got a very fun little card from Brian David, and he sent us a kit for Sheldon. So it's got some eyes. Sheldon the turtle. It's a free pattern knit picks. It will be an upcoming prize. Wanted to thank Brian David for doing so. That was very nice. And then, this was the cherry on top of my week last week. Be ready to hate my guts because you are jealous. Dancing Dog Diamond sweater quantity.
Pretty.
Yes. Amy's like, I do hate you.
No,
Hate you.
I have my own. I'm not jealous
This
at all.
is the Flamenco DK in the forest colorway. Isn't that gorgeous?
The Flamenco DK.
Which is,
I have not used the space before.
it is so soft and squishy, and the depth of color, 231 yards per skein. People keep on asking me what I'm going to do with it, and I want to knit something before Zombie Knit Apocalypse, so that I can wear it there and be like,
Oh yes, show off your Dancing Dog Dye Works to her. Yeah.
But I don't know what
person.
I want to do.
Well, you'll
Right
have
now,
fun.
just
I mean,
wanna-
because it takes you 2 to 3 weeks to knit up something this large, so you could still think about it for quite a while.
I could.
Start.
Thank you, Michelle. And she sent a very nice belated birthday card and some chocolate and some jelly beans.
Oh, very nice. I didn't get that. I got the standard.
Well, it was my birthday.
I didn't get that.
She said she didn't know whether or not I liked jelly beans, so the kids ate all the jelly beans. I ate the chocolate. And there was no chocolate left in my house. But yes, very pretty. I don't know if she's planning to do sweater quantities, regularly, but they look very closely matched to me.
I agree.
Like, I don't see any of them where I would be like, I'm going to throw this one.
My sweater sheds. I need to hand these back to you.
Oh, so it doesn't become
Red
and
speckled.
gray.
Red speckled. You're going to have red see?
Chazzy came and visited us. After Amy threw a coaster at him. He feels damaged. But yes. And it was very reasonably priced. I mean, for a person that bought to buy an indie dyed, just individually, her yarn is very reasonably priced. But to buy a sweater quantity, this big of a sweater too, I could do something with a hood or something cabled with this amount.
Right.
6 of them at $260 or $231. Cool. So proud. And then I have some other stuff that has arrived that I will choose to talk about at some other time.
Okay.
That's enough.
Well, I have similar mass amounts of enabling, and we still have yet to talk about retreat at the end of this episode. So
The ball winder, I sprung it on you.
I know, but I love the ball winder. That was a really good review, and I want one so bad, but I just bought a Royal, and I just can't believe they're the same price. Like, it's driving me crazy. Anyway, I too have Dancing Dog Dye Works. Isn't it pretty?
So pretty.
And this is the Tweety DK, and this is Superwash Merino and the Dongle Nep. And this is like one of the prettiest tweeds I have ever seen. Like, I cannot wait to knit this up. And I have 6 of these at 246 yards.
Yeah.
And I actually bought an extra skein for the sweater that I want to wear or want to make, but before I cast it on, it could change like 3 or 4 times.
This is so soft.
Love it. Love it.
And this green.
I know. The green that sings. It's just really cool.
Amy keeps buying things that scream my name.
Yes, this is Chili Verde. So,
very pretty.
It's very cool.
We were keeping Michelle busy there for a while, weren't we?
Well, this was a pre-order in her threads, so
okay.
But I think that I might have spawned it because I had asked for this and I didn't even know that the thread existed.
Oh.
And then I looked a week later and there was a thread. So maybe you can inform me, Miss Woolly Love. Did I inspire that? No. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's pretty. I haven't opened the other 2, or there's other 2 bags to get all 6 of them together at once because she wraps everything so pretty.
Yes.
And then I also had to throw in my Seuss-tastic.
Oh, fantastic. Seuss-tastic.
Yeah, so this is just a crazy variegated, has every color in the rainbow plus black. Love, love, love. It's so cool. And this is just her Sporty Sport sock yarn. Sporty Sport.
Are you going to make socks?
Yes. That was the plan. I've been acquiring sport weight sock yarns lately because I figured that's kind of a missing piece in my collection of yarns. And sport weight socks just knit up so zoom fast. I mean, just crazy fast.
That called it a collection, by the way. Not a stash. I did, a collection.
I did, didn't I? Well, so that, and I've been wanting to try this bit. You know, granted, I bought all of this sight unseen. I haven't worked with this yarn yet, but I wanted to try this base for future sport weight cardigan type things. And I figured a good way to test that out, and I do have this in our zombie colorway too, but a good way to test that out is to knit with it for socks. And
you would think that the stockinette zombie colorways would be the first that you would knit, but they're kind of the ones I hoard.
Yeah, they are. They're my special babies. Yes. They have a special place, and I don't. Yeah. So I'm trying to look. Yeah, this is just 100% superwash marine.
So
not
soft and
just
squishy.
It is really nice. It's got a lot of plies in it. Makes it nice and strong. And then also, okay, so I'm going to zoom through the rest of these, and in no way does this reflect on how they are. These are awesome.
You could save it for next week if you want to get like all gushy about them.
Okay. No, I'll just get gushy anyway. Okay. I got some reversibles.
Fun.
So this is inversible.
The
inversible set. And so they stripe thick black, thin red, or thick red, thin black. So they're supposed to be matching but not.
Complementary.
Yes. And I think that they're really cool. I used my Fiber Knits Dye Works gift certificate that I had won in one of her
finished object threads.
Yes, finished object threads out on the Fiber Nymph Dye Works board. So not her podcast boards, Fiber Nymph Dye Works boards. You know, you gotta go out there too because that's
become a board member.
Yes, become a board member. And I love these. It's scarlet and black. I thought about getting my alma mater colors, you know.
Yep.
And doing that. But these were going to come immediately. So I was like, immediately, please. Because otherwise she'd have to custom dye and I'd have to wait. So didn't want to wait. Scarlet and black. These will be good. These will be good for the KAL, and I think I've acquired more self-striping since we've started this KAL than any other time.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I'm not, so I don't know.
Well, so that's her Veruca self-striping. I want it now, Daddy,
yes.
now.
So this is my Another Crafty Girl. See, cute packaging, cute little thank you taggy. So, Another Crafty Girl.
Inquiring minds want to know, what are you going to do with all that gamut?
Yes. So I was messaging about a custom order, and I decided on the final colorway as gamut,
which is a very pretty color, right?
Yes.
Oh, so beautiful.
And I had forgotten how purplicious it is.
Ooh, yes.
It's got every color in it, but it's mostly purple and blues. I don't know, but it's got every color.
It's very jewel toned.
Yes. So this is going to be my amazing Technicolor.
Give Megan one dream coat.
No.
Darn it. Thought maybe I could slip that in.
Try.
I mean, force games, do you? 1,600 yards.
This one looks a little off, maybe.
She did a very good job matching those.
Yes,
as well.
no, I mean, this would be a really hard one to get all matching. They're hand dyed. There's so many different colors in it.
Yeah.
Variegated. But again, she does such a good job. Sarah? Ugh. Let's see. Oh, it has a created on date. I have a born on date. Oh, so pretty.
Punky, right?
Yes.
Punky.
But yes, so pretty, and people were wondering, what are you going to do with all that? Not a shawl. I mean, I could eventually change my mind, but I wanted it to be a sweater. A nice cardigan to, you put a simple black piece under it and you jazz it up with this. Oh,
something maybe garter stitch. Garter stitch looks really good with like with the really highly variegated something like Vandium. I think Vandium and the Lisa Much.
She'll just have to link all these to me. Sorry. And then the thing that jump started this whole process was that YB in Strong Sock. These are all Strong Sock, by the way, which is her 80/20 base. And was out on an update, and I had to have it. And then I was like, well, while I'm ordering,
she's got the Megan disease.
I do.
I'm only going to order once this month, which I have been really good, by the way, because
yes. And Friday, hopefully by end of day Friday, you still haven't bought it.
I'm actually trying to convince my husband to buy the Desert Vista Dye Works Somebody Loves You colorway for me for Valentine's Day.
That.
Somebody Loves You.
Okay, I can convince Matt to buy me that.
So
go
gifts
for it.
Totally don't count, by the way.
But I heart this color
yes.
so hardcore. It's got this
green in it.
Lime green. Oh, so pretty.
The black really makes that green pop.
Yes, and it's got this like, it reminds me of like maybe the color of Max. Come up here, Max.
Gray,
yeah, it's the gray tabby coloring in it. Oh, so cute. And of course, it's from Coraline, which is a wonderful movie book. Book came first, Neil Gaiman.
Top pop.
But yes, we do need to move on. But thank you. I love my yarn, and if you haven't acquired some gamut by now, you must do so. That it's just such a rich looking, but still has the crazy zaniness that I love about yarn. Like, because this makes my heart sing, but this is kind of like the muted heart sing. Like this is like, yeah, and this is like, oh, it's beautiful.
It's like the Notebook. And slowly the romance creeps up on you.
Yes. Well, and it's just, I love all the colors in it. Anyway, I feel like I've been going on and on because we all have lots of, and don't hate me because of my yarn acquisitions.
I felt that way about my dancing dog dog. So I'm like, I'm going to be excited about this. I'm sorry if people don't like it by being excited about
And again, with custom orders, you're never quite sure how long it's going to take. Yeah. I don't know where Sarah was or what lightning speed she dyed this up as, because I ordered this and it was in my house a week later, I swear to God.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure it was a week later, because the remainder of this dye lot went out in the next weeks. So this was week 1, and then in week 2, my leftovers, the rest of the dyeing session went out into her shop. So she had to have dyed them up super quick.
Yeah.
And then,
the Dancing Dog Dye Works was my official January.
Oh, okay.
By the way. Anything else you have seen, I either ordered before 2012, it was a gift certificate, or it was a gift for my birthday.
Yes.
And I will not have that excuse come February.
And I was going to say that I haven't, I officially spent all of my gift certificates. So I am yarn dieting. I am going to take out and smell and cuddle my old yarn.
I've started a list of what I want to get in my 12 purchases this year. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun this month? All right, last but certainly not least, you can say goodbye to us. We are at the 15-minute mark. If you are not interested in the retreat information, Max, now you come up here. But we're going to be talking about it now. So, we had a few happenings going on this week.
Okay.
The Mystery KAL is going to be available for purchase in February, and then the clues are going to come out in March.
Right.
So, if you're interested in knitting that, you're going to have to hold off. I thought it would be really fun. I'm going to spring this on you. If for the shawl KAL, the only way that you can be entered in the FO thread is if you post yourself a picture of your face with your finished object. That way we can all see each other's faces, because everybody's ravatars aren't necessarily their faces. So it's kind of like a get to meet other people that are going to be at the retreat's actual faces instead of ravatars. Mm-hmm. Although it would be nice to have them right next to each other. Here's the Ravatar that I know and love for lightning, and here's her beautiful smiling face with her shawl.
Okay.
So, we'll start that FO thread because I know people are starting to work on those. Day passes. We got those out today. Those are for folks that are not staying at the hotel. Right. So, if you're staying at the hotel, your reservation includes that day pass rate already.
Right.
And so, it's, you don't need both. If you've got a hotel reservation, you're covered. Day pass will be people that are living in Rochester, staying with somebody in Rochester, not going to the hotel.
Right.
But the day passes include lots of wonderful goodiness. The ability to come hang out in our retreat hangout area.
An official lanyard of some sort.
Yes. You will be an official retreat goer. You will be able to be involved in any of the breakout sessions, which we're going to start organizing those as soon as all the other stuff that administrivia needs to get done. The excursions and the extras. Once those are all set and up and running, we'll get to the breakout sessions. There'll also be prizes. There's going to be donated prizes by the wonderful marketplace vendors, as well as ones that we purchase with that day pass money. And any money that we make, we're going to plug it back into prizes. So there'll be daily drawings for prizes. Hopefully everybody
prizes and some retreat surprises too.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
It might not be something you could tangibly hold, but it'll be
some sort of wonderfulness.
Yeah.
That are for people that are wearing retreat lanyards. And then last but certainly not least, the ability to sign up for those retreat extras and the excursions. So we're doing those on a first come first served basis. If you don't have a day pass, you can't sign up for those things. So Rochesterianites or Minnesotans that are interested in coming but not staying at the hotel, that is available for you. $20 a day for Friday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or if you prefer, 3 days for $50.
Yep.
And that's the day passes. We've also got decisions made on the shirts. Hopefully we'll get those out to you soon. I haven't gotten official word from Shannon on whether or not she wants to do all of them shipped out or all of them bring them to the retreat, or if you can choose to pay shipping and get them beforehand, or choose to just not pay shipping and pick it up the day, at the retreat.
Right.
But that's the only, the design is settled. We're going to have a crew neck and a V-neck, 2 separate prices.
Mm-hmm.
Probably we'll have those, the deadline will obviously be published when we put those out to you for pre-order, but we're thinking like April timeframe, we'll cut that off. Because she's got to print them and get them shipped out, etc. And then we've also been picking out retreat bag goodies.
Yes. We've designed them. We think we know what they're going to be made out of. And, we're
Goodie
excited.
bags.
Yeah.
Goodie bags.
I've just been calling them retreat bags because they're not necessarily like some retreats where they're stuffed full of your goodies. Right? They're just the bag, and it's awesome. It might have a few goodies in it, but it's not going to be stuffed full. The price is just going to be for the bag. Yeah, everything else is just a bonus.
And it's not going to be a surprise.
Right.
As some goodie bags are. You'll know what you're buying ahead of time and what the price is. And
yep. And you can decide whether or not you want to match everybody else, in a way.
We're going to have 2 separate options on that as well.
Right.
More of a manly option, and then or darker option. I don't know that I would say that it's sex.
The manlier one is my favorite one, so it's not necessarily
2 different styles. Let's put it that way. Well, no, but styles implies the bags are going to be the same. The fabric.
It's the fabric. That's
fabric styles. And that's all we got to say about that. Things are happening. We're moving. We're shaking. 141 days until, if you're watching this tomorrow, it's 140. Yay. Until the retreat, which seems impossibly long, and also like, oh my gosh, we have so much we need to get together. But
I know, and my excursion's almost completely planned. I just have to hear back from shop owners on the shop hops. I've got 2 of them, like, great, send me the info, we're all on board, completely all in it, and they hosted our last 2 get-togethers, so, they know us, and they know that we're a fun crowd, and we're good people, so they're all in. We have a very exciting, like, they're going over the top, they want to plan the moon, and I'm having to rein them in. Folks,
we can't spend all day there.
Yeah, exactly. They want to do all sorts of great things. But I think that we've negotiated and we've come down to what we really want to do. And it's going to be so much fun. You guys are going to love it. And then the one last shop. I mean, I really like their shop and I want to include them. But, incommunicato.
Yep.
But well,
maybe
I'm trying.
They're scared of the zombies.
I don't know. It's one of those.
Maybe they're doing their taxes. It is that time of year.
It could be. Yeah. It's just always, you call and you get an employee rather than the shop owner, and the employees have no authority to say anything, so they take your name and number, and then you're like, oh, well, nobody ever called.
Yeah. And for anybody that isn't interested in these retreat details, you could also just be like, I'm showing up, I don't care about any of your planning. But we thought we'd share our excitement with you on the, goodness sakes, Max, make up your mind.
Right, and we're excited about it, and it's all new to us, and we want you to be involved, and we understand that we're kind of like, okay, now there's something else that you need to do, and now there's something else you need to do, but bear with us, this will be awesome.
Yeah, and ultimately you can mold your retreat experience to exactly what you want, which is what we're going for. We're not going to just charge a flat rate and have, no options, basically. We're going to give you all these options, which also come with having to make a decision on some things, which can be hard for people, I know. But.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. Like, we want to give you, okay, do you want to be a day passer or do you want to stay at the hotel? Do you want the bags and t-shirts or do you want to let, no bags and t-shirts? And then these extra excursions, no thanks. I'll just sit in the room and chat and knit and have fun with the people who are there.
Go out to eat.
Yeah, go out to eat.
There'll be lots to do, whether or not you do the excursions or not. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're babbling. Retreat, excitement. La, la, la.
And it's really fun.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.